Alright, it's Mr. Souji, and now for something a little bit different. This is a review of the Flames toy IDW Megatron from Transformers. This is based off the comic book version. Um, this is a model kit, ranges anywhere from $40 to $50 depending on where you got it from. I got it at a local comic book shop called Acme Comics. I'll link you to the website below. Um, In it, you get Megatron himself. You get a fist and an open hand for both sides. You get an instruction manual. And I will say straight up, it's a little thin, cheap instruction manual. Honestly, a high-grade Gundam kit is better. This leaves a lot to be desired. I have put together their first Optimus Prime, kind of their original version of Optimus Prime, which I liked. I have not reviewed. And it also comes with some screws that go in the hips. Although I have not installed them, I don't really see a point. It comes with some stickers, just mostly to fill in some black spots on the model kit. For the chest, which these details are on here anyways, you can do that yourself. And then a sticker for the Decepticon. Why is that an Autobot symbol?
Why does Megatron have the Autobot symbol? Is this a factory defect? What's wrong with this? If you read the IDW Transformers comics, which are fantastic, you should be reading these, then you'll know that at a certain point, Megatron has had a change of heart, and he is super sorry about all the years of destruction and killing all those Autobots. He sees the light, he sees his way was not the right way, and he wants to join the Autobot cause, wear the insignia, and they do take him aboard the Lost Light, and nobody really wants him there, but he's very powerful, and he does want a second chance. So this is where your whole DJD comes into play with Tarn, because their job is to hunt down any Decepticon deserters, wherever they may be, hunt them down, destroy them. And Megatron, the deserter, so the very band that he created to root out weakness, they're after him. So that's where that comes into play if you've heard Tarn or like that character. So this is not a defect. This is awesome. And if you don't read the IDW Transformers comics specifically more than meets the eye, Dawn of the Autobots, which is volume 6, then this is the place to start to know why does this character look this way. Lord Retail, broadcasting from Acme Comics, home of Transformer stuff in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Alright, thank you very much. Okay. Thanks for that explanation, Lord Retail. So this guy's just snapped together out of the box, and no panel lining, no nothing, not even really much sanding or anything. These model kits are pretty nice. I'm not sure where Flame Toys is from, whether it's an American company or something like that, but for the price, these are really nice. I will say, these are not as nice as master grades. These are somewhere in between a high grade and a master grade. To give you a size comparison, I don't really have very many master grades on me right now, but here is Luna Maria's Zaku, which is not a super tall master grade, and her legs are spread apart. Well, okay, you know what, I'm not even gonna get into that. But it's a little bit chunkier, bigger, heavier. Um, However, that is to say, this has a little bit more heft. This is from pretty good quality plastic. This is not cheap. I would put these above the Kotobukiya model kits, not only in terms of quality, but in terms of value. Not quite Bandai value, but Bandai is a monster, corporation, in terms of size. The detail is really good. There's a lot of extra tiny little details on there. It'd be super good for people who like to customize their model kits. I do wish it had alternate faces. And despite what Jermaine says, this is probably going to end up being a Decepticon version. But I'm going to give it a custom paint job because I've got my own headcanon. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but there is a little bit of sparkle to the gray plastic. Fusion cannon as well, which you can remove and put on either arm, and it slots in like that. You get the little gun on the back. This version turns into a tank and not a gun. I know some people are going to be upset, but that's how it is in the comics. He has clear, transparent eyes, but there's no light piping, but don't really care. As far as articulation, let's go into that. He's got a double ball joint, so he can go up, down, stuff like that. You can do the girlfriend, no you didn't sound wave. Full rotation here, got forward and back, a little bit of up and down. You can get the arms all the way out, double jointed elbows. It looks like just a single joint, but then there's another joint kind of hidden in there. You've got a ball jointed wrist, which is really good. No articulated fingers, but don't really need it. You've got a ball joint here. You get ball joint here and ball joint here. Gives you good range of motion. Universal joints at the hips. Go in, out all the way. These side skirts rotate up, so they get out of the way pretty good. These don't do anything, but they're not really in the way. Go up pretty far, and there's a drop down joint. So you can get them even further up and further out. Double jointed knee, and this is really cool. If you push, you see it kind of, certain parts collapse. Pull that off so I can adjust this. These side pieces actually pop up and down, which I don't really see. I guess to get out of the way, but I don't really feel like they get in the way. As far as the legs, this piece on the back does something similar where it snaps up and down, you know, to accommodate for articulation. The foot is on a ball joint, but due to the design, you can get it around pretty good. This is also on a ball joint and can rotate. So you can get some nice, rip his leg off. A nice, good, dynamic pose. The only thing, like I said, I do wish his hands, not his hands, he came with some alternate faces. I do wish he came with maybe some holding hands. Like I said, it's not something he necessarily needs, but you know, if you do want him to hold something else, but that's more just nitpicking. Maybe a Decepticon sticker, but you can get those. It's Transformers. You can get those anywhere. For the most part, any complaint I have about this is minor. This is a really good kit. It should be fairly easy to paint. It's great detail, pretty good size. I just keep knocking it over. But yeah, I'm probably going to pick up their IDW Optimus Prime. Might look at the Bumblebee. And we'll see how the line goes from there. Drift just came out. I'll probably take a look at him too. Probably pick him up from Acme. Yeah, special thanks goes out to Lord Retail at Acme Comics.